All right, yes, thank you very much for staying with us once again and joining us on this channel, Sports 7 GH. It's always a pleasure to have you join us. Thank you very much. We are bringing you some very latest news in the world of sports, especially with concern to Ghana and Africa. And I don't know what is happening. The Black Stars World Cup qualifiers for the 2026 World Cup looks to be in doubt that we will be playing it in Ghana. And we all have to talk about that issue so that the authorities in Ghana will sit up. And those who have to sack people have to sack them. But let's wait and see how things goes. Also, we have a lot of news on Thomas Partey transfer news and an injury update. What the coach of the side, Arsenal, Mikel Arteta, is speaking about Thomas Partey. And then also we have transfer news about Thomas Partey. We are going to bring you here on this particular channel in this video. Yesterday, the Ballon d'Or happened and Africa was hugely represented, but there wasn't Ghana. Yeah, there were no Ghana, so it's just what it is. Is that not it? Good. But we are going to talk to you more about all of those issues in this particular video and a lot more details about the stories. Do want to subscribe to the channel if this is your first time watching us. If you've not subscribed, like this video, hit the notification bell and select all. Leave your thoughts and comments below in the comment section if you have any. It's always a pleasure to have you join us. Thank you very much. Now let's start from the Ballon d'Or. Yesterday was a fantastic ceremony of the Ballon d'Or where Messi completed football and cemented his name as the greatest ever footballer to have played on this planet Earth. If you are the greatest, maybe you were playing in Mars or Jupiter. Nobody is the greatest than Messi. Messi is the greatest ever. 8 Ballon d'Ors, World Cup trophy, lot of 4 UEFA Champions League. Lot of goals scored, lot of memories given to football lovers. He had his 8th trophy. Now, Nigerian music is doing very well in terms of world football, and that is something to talk about. In fact, yesterday we all saw that Rema sang his Calm Down song. Yes, the Calm Down song, with it has been trending for so many years. He sang that song at the Ballon d'Or Awards. Burna Boy had already performed at the 2022 UEFA Champions League final. And then Davido also performed at the 2022 FIFA World Cup final. Yes. But if you look at the third party, Davido's own is the biggest, yes. But of course, UEFA Champions League also is not a bad one at all. That is a big win for Nigeria. And people are asking, where are Ghanaian musicians? Where are Ghanaian? But look, it is normal. Nigerians have always been topping the chart when it comes to the music side. Now, let's look at the best finishes by an African at the Ballon d'Or. You know that yesterday, Victor Osimhen was 8th. Yes, he was in the 8th place when you talk about African in the Ballon d'Or. He was the only African in the top 10. Yes, it was a very good one. But in the past, George Oponwia is the only African to have won this particular award. In 1995, he won the award. And then also Sadio Mane came 4th in 2019. He came 2nd in 2022. And then Didier Drogba came 4th in 2007. Samuel Eto'o came 5th in 2009. And then Mohamed Salah also came 5th as in 2019, as well as 5th in 2022. So when it comes to top 10 or best finishes by African at the World Cup, Oponwia is topping everybody in 1995 when he won the award. And can an African win the award now? Yes, an African can. But it's going to be extremely difficult because you have to fight your way to the top teams, win Champions Leagues, do very well, and be influential in a Champions League. Do you get a point? Yes, you have to be influential. It's not just about being part of the team, no. But that's how things are, and we hope that maybe a Ghanaian will be the next to win the Ballon d'Or for Ghana and Africa. Now, we are in a very sad situation in Ghana. The Black Stars FIFA World Cup qualifiers may be difficult for us to play in Ghana here. Now, this is the issue. Mediama and then Dreams FC are playing in African Cup, no, CAF Confederations Cup, as well as the CAF Champions League. Mediama for Mediama for Champions League, and then Dreams for Confederations Cup. Now, when CAF decided to come and check the stadiums or stadia in Ghana here and see which of them those two clubs who can play their games in. In fact, those two clubs wanted to play at the Cape Coast Stadium. CAF said that, look, Cape Coast Stadium is not qualified to host the group stages of the CAF Champions League as well as the Confederations Cup. So Mediama and then Dreams FC, those two clubs have to come to Kumasi and play that game. Only Kumasi is a certified venue to play the games. Now, this is the reason why World Cup qualifier certification is different from CAF competitions certification. This is a World Cup qualifiers. You need to have big stadium. You remember that in the game versus Nigeria, we nearly lost that particular hosting right, and we're virtually going to play in different country. But then they did last minute things to Baba Yara, and then it was accepted. I'm talking about the 2022 one. Okay, in March 2022 when we played Nigeria in Kumasi here. So if it is only Baba Yara which can host that particular CAF competitions, it means that it is only Baba Yara that can also host the FIFA World Cup. But I'm saying that for you to host the FIFA World Cup qualifiers, you need a better stadiums in a better state than when you are hosting CAF competitions like the Champions League. So if we really want to play those World Cup qualifiers, which we are going to play in November, there is no World Cup qualifiers in Ghana. Yes, we will play one in Ghana and we go away. I think we play Madagascar in Ghana and then we go and play Comoros away. So we have to have our stadiums in good shape. If not, we are going to play them in a different country, and that would be a very bad one for Ghana. You see, we call ourselves football nation, and we don't have about 5 stadiums or stadia that can host CAF competitions. In fact, even the National Capital Stadium, which is the Accra Sports Stadium, is not qualified to host any CAF competition. That is serious. How can we have National Capital and then the stadium in the National Capital is not fit for any CAF competition? How? The NSA should be answering questions. But then you see, Ghana here, we don't like the truth. If you tell the truth, people will be using politics and things to shield people. But how can the Accra Sports Stadium not be eligible to host CAF competitions? But you see, the Tamale Stadium is also in disaster, and it is, I don't know how to call it. It's just not good. Everything is not right with it. We spend a lot of money to renovate it, but then we always come back to say that there is a problem here, there is a problem there. The NSA really should sit up. Otherwise, the Black Stars World Cup qualifiers, which will be playing in November. In fact, about 14 days to go. We are going to play World Cup qualifiers. About 14 days to go. All right. Let's see how things go over there. Now, Juventus is looking to sign Thomas Partey from Arsenal Football Club. And the very latest news concerning Thomas Partey and then Juventus is the fact that Juventus wants to sign Thomas Partey with the wages of Paul Pogba. We remember that Paul Pogba had issues with doping and those issues, and he's been banned from football. And so Juventus are not paying him the same amount of money that is in his contract. So the issue is that they want to use that amount of money they were using for Paul Pogba to pay Thomas Partey from January. In fact, they want to sign Thomas Partey in January, and that is the very latest news according to the Mirror Football that we are also bringing you here on this particular channel, Sports 7GA. So Thomas Partey, whether or not he will move to Juventus or not, we are going to follow the issues and bring you all the updates and exclusive news on this particular channel, Sports 7GH. Now, the other news is that I also bring you another news on Thomas Partey's injury, but Australia pulls out of the race to host the 2034 FIFA World Cup, leaving Saudi Arabia as the only bidder. Now, a lot of people are saying that FIFA and the others are trying to do issues that will make Saudi Arabia host the 2034 World Cup without any hesitation. Now, Saudi Arabia wanted to host the 2030 World Cup, and then they gave it to Spain, Portugal, as well as Morocco. Now the issue is that they want, in fact, Saudi Arabia pulled out from the 2030 race to go and contest for the 2034 race, and now they are the only country contesting. And a lot of, in fact, several member states like Ghana Football Association have released that they support Saudi Arabia's bid for the 2034 World Cup. A lot of countries are saying that they support Saudi Arabia's bid, and it looks like they are really going to host the 2034 World Cup because they have no competitors as we speak now. Mikel Arteta, while preparing for the game versus West Ham United in the EFL Cup, this is what he had to say about Thomas Partey. Now, Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta has provided an update on the injury situation of Ghanaian midfielder Thomas Partey ahead of the Carabao clash against London rivals West Ham United. Partey has been sidelined with an injury that has kept him out of matches since the resumption of the Premier League after the October international break. The 30-year-old has seen only 20 minutes of action since August 26 following the 2-2 draw against Fulham. I think he will be out for weeks. This is Mikel Arteta speaking. I think he'll be out for weeks. I don't know how long, but he's got another appointment today, and we will see more after that. He also continued to say that it is a big concern because when Thomas is fit and available and he's been part of the team, we've seen the results and the impact that he had this season. We have more protection, especially for that reason, because we know in the last 2 seasons what has happened and the result it had on the team. We had to address that, and now it has happened. It can happen in football, and I'm also sorry for him because I think he's doing every single thing he can do right to be there. He was gutted, and we are for him, but he needs to lift himself up again with our support and go again because he's a player, and that is critical for us. So that is what Mikel Arteta is saying about Thomas Partey's injury situation. You know that he got injured, he came back, and then he's gone injured again for some few weeks, and Mikel Arteta is very worried, as well as all Arsenal fans and Ghanaians also. Thank you very much for staying with us on this channel for yet another fantastic update we brought you here. Do well to subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit the notification bell, and select all. Leave your thoughts and comments below in the comment section if you have any. It's always a pleasure to have you join us. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next update. Bye bye.